Jesus lifted up his eyes and saw a great company come unto him. He said unto Philip, Where shall we buy bread that this may eat? And this he said to prove him, for he himself knew what he would do. Philip answered him, 200 penny worth of bread is not sufficient for them, that every one of them may take a little. One of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said unto him, There is a lad here which had 5 barley loaves and 2 fishes. But what are these among so many? And Jesus said, Make the men sit down. Now there were many grass in the place, so the men sat down in numbers about 5,000. And Jesus took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he distributed to the disciples, and the disciples to them that were sat down. And likewise of the fish as much as they would. And they were filled. When they were filled, he said unto his disciples, Gather up the fragment that remained, that nothing be lost. Therefore they gathered them together and filled 12 baskets with the fragment of the 5 barley loaves, which remained over and above unto them as each. Praise the Lord. This is month of May. May is the 5th month in the year. Spiritual numerology tells us that 5 is the number of grace, and May is the 5th month. And I'm here to declare to you that this month, the grace of God will speak for you. The grace of God will work for you. The grace of God will carry you. The grace of God will sustain you. The louder your amen, the faster your miracle. But this morning, from the scriptures we read, I will be sharing briefly with us on you are carrying a treasure. Help me tell your neighbor, you are carrying a treasure. Announce to your neighbor, in this month of grace, you are carrying a treasure. Now the Bible tells us that while Jesus sat down to minister, a great number of people came to him. While the numbers came, there were so many, and they were hungry. Jesus, a master of compassion and love, a master of care and concern. He was concerned about the people as he's concerned about us today. He was passionate about it as he's compassionate and passionate about it today. He was a lover of humanity as he has for you today, for this month. And then he said to one of his disciples, he said, Where can we get something that these men may eat? The Bible said he himself knows what he would do, but just to prove them. The Bible said they look around, and Philip said, even if we have 200 penny worth of bread, they can't take a little. But Jesus has made provision for all of them. They can't take a little. But there was Andrew later said to Jesus, he said, There is a young lad here who had an insignificant 5 belly loaves. If you have been to Israel, but mess up where I've been there twice, they don't eat this kind of bread. We think when they talk about bread, it's like paper. They'll leave a bread, you tear it like this and you eat. It's not like this bread that's, big loaf. So when they talk about 5 belly loaves, for a lad, the lunch of a small boy, that is something that may not be enough for 2 people, just that boy. That 5 belly loaves cannot feed you as an adult. But that was what the guy had. As insignificant as it is, he didn't know he was carrying a treasure. I like to let you know that something inside of you is about to feed the world. It's about to use what you are carrying to shock your generation. God is about to use that thing you look as if it's insignificant to make a name for himself. The Bible said, and the Philip said, There is a young lad here who had 5 belly loaves. But what can this do? He commonized it. It is of insignificant. It is not worthy. It is nothing to be written, to be associated with. It means nothing of worth. But Jesus smiled. That thing you are carrying is enough to shake the world. That thing you are carrying is enough for you to fulfill your destiny. That thing you are carrying is enough to write your name on the times of science and eternity. Jesus said, Bring it to me. And when that barely 5 loaves left, today we are talking about the boy. You can't preach the whole gospel without the mention of this boy, because without him, 5,000, story of multiplication of 5,000 people will never be written. There is a reason why God sent you here. Your shop may look insignificant, You may have lost everything at the shop, the goods there looking significant. But I'm here to announce in this month of grace, God is about to take it. And make something out of nothing. God is about to create something out of nothing in your life. God is about to create something out of nothing in your family. If you believe that, let your amen be better. Every single person here, you are carrying a treasure. That thing may look insignificant, but when God comes upon it, it can shock the world. Are you hearing me? At a point in time, the great that was regarded as the richest man before he was overtaken by Elon Musk and others who maintained that status for a long time were told that he never